Hi friends, good day. In the last class we have seen the classification of accounts under traditional approach. I told you why should you classify the accounts? For recording the transactions. Transactions means under double entry system to record a transaction the accounts has been classified into two approaches. One is traditional approach, the other one is, as I told you, accounting equation approach or modern approach. But generally we will be working out the problems. Most of you will be learning, and those you have learned also, you have learned which approach, my dear friends? Traditional approach. But this approach also is generally is a foreign approach, a modern approach. The western countries, they follow this approach. We Indians generally follow which approach? Traditional approach. But this modern approach is also is very important, or it is also called as accounting equation approach. This approach is also scientific approach. You can record the transaction by following this approach also, or even without knowing the traditional approach, accounting equation approach, we have already learned how to record a transaction with receiving aspect receiver, giving aspect giver. The net effect will be the same. Okay, but anyhow, that also we will be seeing today. But we will be recording the transactions basing which approach? General approach only. So now the second approach which I am writing here, classification of accounts as per accounting equation approach. Classification of accounts as per accounting equation approach. As I told you, under traditional approach we are having accounts called as personal, impersonal. Impersonal have been classified into real, nominal. Okay, so here today we are seeing that classification of accounts under accounting equation approach. We are having types of accounts. First type A, asset account. Asset account, you are classifying the accounts into 5 categories. Asset account. B, liabilities account. C, capital account. D, revenue is nothing but income. Last one, E, expense account. Is this clear? My dear friends, I repeat once again. How many types of accounts under classification? Asset, liability, capital, revenue and expenses. What is asset? The meaning. Meaning, if you look at it, these accounts relate to tangible or intangible real assets. Tangible or intangible assets. Example: land, buildings. Intangible: goodwill, patents, etc. So this is classification is this account related tangible or intangible assets. Example: land, building, goodwill, etc. Okay, are you following this one? Now, liability. These accounts relating to financial obligations. These accounts relating to financial obligations of a business towards outsider. Example: we have discussed already, creditors, bank loan, etc. You have borrowed a loan or amount due to creditors. Who are creditors? We have already discussed on this. The next one, capital accounts. These accounts relates to owners of the business. This account relate to owners of the business. It can be called as capital and drawings. We have discussed already. What is drawings? Amount withdrawn by the proprietor for personal expense is called as drawings. So capital accounts including capital and drawings. Next, revenue account. These accounts relate to sale of goods, and comma, receiving interest, rent, dividend. Sale of goods, receiving interest or dividend. Simple words, the same thing. Sales account, rent account, interest account, dividend. Here all these cases we can write rent received, interest received. Expenses, we all told you. Expenses incurred or loss sustained. These accounts relate to expenses incurred or loss sustained. Example: purchases, not sales, purchases, interest paid, rent paid, loss by fire, etc. So today you learn classification of accounts as per accounting equation approach. Okay. So now let me say that we take one example, my dear friends. Now basing on this, I want to give you example. Classify the following accounts. Under traditional approach, and accounting equation approach. It will be provided some information. The name of the account you should identify personal, real, nominal, like that. So what I do here, I will be giving the numbers so each aspect is called as one account, my dear friend. That is what is called as account. Each aspect is an account. Account traditional approach classification, accounting equation approach classification. Capital brought in, drawings account, building purchased, building purchased, purchases account, purchases account, sales account, carriage inward account, carriage outward account, A by C means account, not air conditioner, air cooler. Carriage outward account is being called as A by C abbreviation. Cash received, cash paid, interest paid, interest received, commission paid, commission paid, commission received, discount allowed, conveyance charges, sales promotion, sales promotion expenses, entertainment expenses, subscription paid, subscription received, light, power and electricity. Telephone, postage, etc. Repairs, insurance premium. We discuss, some of you may not be knowing the names of these items, we discuss later on. Then 24, bad debts, bad debts recovered, discount allowed, discount received, printing and stationery, furniture, bank, wages and salaries. Interest outstanding. Then 34. Outstanding salary. Purchase returns. Okay, I think I have given 35 items. I'll be giving what I do. I'll be giving for 5 items are visible on screen. Traditional approach, accounting. I'll give you first example. Suppose capital brought. Traditional approach, capital is a natural person, is a representative person. Capital is a representative, means the word capital is representing the amount due to the proprietor. That way it is also called as representative. But basic classification is that personal. Here capital will be called as a capital only. See, today we have learned accounting equation approach. We have learned asset. You also learned the meaning of asset in terminology. Properties belongs to the proprietors. These are properties. Is called as asset. Liabilities. Financial obligation to outsiders. This we have already learned. Capital account. Contribution of the owner. Drawings amount withdrawn by the proprietor. Amount invested by the proprietor. Amount invested by the proprietor into business is called as capital. Revenue, periodical receipts, expenses, periodical payment. The same thing has been classified under accounting equation approach. That you should say. Accounting equation approach, capital is capital. Okay. Now drawings is also personal account. Capital is drawings also capital. Why? Because drawings is adjusted from capital. Adjusted means capital is amount invested by the proprietor. Drawings is amount withdrawn by the proprietor. It is also related to capital only. You don't have any asset classification like drawings. Capital and drawings also will be taken to where? accounting equation approach. Building purchased, real. Asset is purchased, real. Here we write asset. Then purchases, real. Here purchases is an expense. Sales, real. Income. Income is nothing but, we are using the term for income, revenue, no? Next, carriage inward. Carriage inward means when you are buying the goods, see, to sell the goods I need to buy the goods. No, suppose I am staying in Lakdikapul, I am having my business in Lakdikapul. My wholesale market is at Secunderabad. So Secunderabad, I need to buy the goods, I need to bring back those goods to my place of workshop where I will be selling these goods. So for bringing the goods from Secunderabad to Lakdikapul, I need to pay the charges, transportation charges. It is called as carriage inwards. This is a nominal account. This is a nominal account, and this is a carriage inward is an expense. Carriage outward. See, nowadays we are having home delivery, free home delivery due to Corona. Supermarkets are coming out with offer. Book the product online. We deliver to your house at free of cost. For a trader, for a seller, maybe it is a Big Bazaar or say Reliance Outlet or Heritage. Anyone, they will be delivering you with free of cost. This is what is called as transportation on sales. This is traveling. This is transportation charges on purchases. So this is nominal account. This is also expense. Cash received. Cash is a real asset, no? If anybody is having cash, it is an asset, my dear friends. It is asset. Okay, cash paid is also real. When your cash is paying, is also asset you are giving. Cash is asset. Do you agree with me? Interest paid. For taking the loan, you need to pay interest. Interest is expense. Here also expense. Interest received. Sorry, this is a nominal account. Here expense. Interest received is called as income. Here we are using the term revenue. Then commission paid, nominal account. It is expense. Commission received is also nominal. Nominal account is all expenses and losses. Real account is all assets. Personal account is natural person, artificial representative. We have discussed in the last class. Commission received, income. Under which method? Accounting equation, right hand side. This is traditional. Discount allowed is an expense. Means which account? Nominal account. Sir, what is discount allowed, sir? See, suppose I have sold goods to one of my customer for 10,000 rupees. After selling the goods, to my surprise, actually he has asked me to give 1 month credit. I have given 1 month credit. But he came to me and he paid 15 days before due date. I have given him 1 month time to make the payment. But after 15 days, he has approached me, sir, I got money, let me make a payment. Then you are receiving the payment of 10,000 rupees. To encourage such kind of payment, you may be giving some discount. Say 10%. 10,000, 10%, how much? 1,000. So that means instead of receiving 10,000, how much you are receiving now? 9,000. That 1,000 is called as discount allowed. Discount allowed here is an expense. So here I am writing expense. And here it is a nominal account. All expenses and losses is to be debited. All expenses and losses is to be treated as nominal account. Clear to all of you? Next. Let me take you the next one. Conveyance charges. Conveyance means like there is a difference between traveling expenses and conveyance. Conveyance, like you see in those who used to go for schools by your school bus or college bus, pick and drop. Nowadays, even for offices, they are giving cab facility, pick and drop. The expenses which they pay towards pick and drop is called as conveyance charges. So it is a nominal account expense. It is expense. Sales promotion, you know, when a product is launched, you need to give publicity, is an expense. Expense is nominal account. Here we call it as expense. Entertainment, for those people who come to you, the guest of your business, you need entertainment and give entertainment. So by organizing some party, something like that, entertainment is expense, is a nominal account. Here it is expense only. Subscription paid, periodical payments. For subscribing the magazine or whatever it may be, sometimes you will be incurring expenses. This is what is called as nominal account. This is also expenses. Subscription receipt, somebody is taking subscription from you. Say I am having a big library and they are the people, those who come to my library may be taking some subscription to come enrolling. Subscription is nothing but enrollment. They may come and they may sit for hours together and for referring the books. For that they need to make a payment. Subscription received is an income, is a nominal account. You can note here, whenever you are having income or expenses, what is common, the thing we are using? Nominal account. Light, power, electricity. Light, power. You need power, light, electricity for running the business is a nominal account. Here expense. Okay. Then telephone postage, nominal account, expense. Repairs, you know, repairs for any damage has done to any product, you need to repair, and for maintenance also repairs expense will be incurred. Nominal. This is expense. Insurance premium, generally you take risk is being attached to every business. So without risk there is no business. So sometimes you see there is a fire accident or due to natural calamities, your entire goods or property may be destroyed. To cover this particular, to pass on the risk, generally a fire insurance policy is being taken by the, in the name of business, with the insurance company. For taking the fire insurance policy and making the payment periodically, the amount for taking the policy you need to pay periodically, means yearly once. To give a best example, if you are having 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler, you know that every year you need to renew the premium. You need to pay premium. Policy is to be renewed. See, policy is your vehicle value, but premium will be fixed by the insurance company. That's it. Same thing. Is an expense. Nominal account. Here I have told you expense only. Bad debts. I need to give you a brief idea on this. Suppose I've sold 10,000 rupees goods sold, and when I've sold the goods, they are called as debtors, the amount which is due from customer. There are three ways: good, bad, doubtful. Out of 10,000, 5,000 has been received, 1,000 say irrecoverable, remaining 4,000 doubtful. So I am classifying the debtors into three types. Good means is making, the customers are making payment. Bad means one of the customer is not paying. Doubtful means 4 customers, they left the place on a tour. They may come back or not, we don't know. That is doubtful. Now bad debts is amount irrecoverable from that particular business. It is a loss. All expenses and losses will be debited to which account? A nominal account. Irrecoverable means you have to forget that amount. Such amount is a loss. Loss is nominal account. Here it comes under expenses only. Next, bad debts recovered. That means you thought one customer has left. You thought that he may not be able to pay, but luckily he came back and he has given you the amount. This is what is called as bad debts recovered. Earlier you said you can't recover, so you close that amount. Unexpected that amount you are able to receive. Such amount is called as bad debt recovered. Expense and income is a nominal account. Here I must use the word income. Okay, I told you already about discount allowed. I think we have discussed now already. Yeah, discount allowed we have discussed. So I think this has already been discount. Nominal, I told you expense. Discount receipt is the opposite. I have to pay 10,000, but I am paying only 9,000 towards settlement. 1,000 concession is a nominal account, income. Here income. Bank account. The personal. Bank account means Andhra Bank, Canara Bank, Union Bank, State Bank. They are called as artificial person created by law. It comes under personal account. Here, bank account is an asset. Printing and stationery expense. Nominal. Here it is expense. Furniture, real asset. Here asset. Already bank we have discussed now. Bank already covered. Let me make one thing. Cash at bank I am using. What is the difference? Bank is personal, cash at bank on a given day. Is an asset. It's a real. Otherwise only bank account is given personal. Cash at bank on a particular given day is a real account, asset. The change is only under traditional method. But under accounting equation, bank is also asset, cash at bank is also asset. Interest outstanding. Interest is a nominal account, no expense. If you suffix or prefix, it becomes, I told you, representative personal. But we are not going for sub classification. Therefore, I am writing personal. Interest outstanding is a liability. Outstanding salary, anything, salary is nominal. Prefix, personal. Here it is a liability, we need to make a payment. Purchase returns, when purchase is real, returns is also real. Why? The reason is that when you are getting back your goods, your stock value is increasing, no? It is an asset. So therefore, real. Here you are also considering as an asset. You are getting your goods back means the asset value is increasing. So like this, my dear friends, you need to go for classification. So with this, I have completed. I think these things we'll be discussing for a couple of days. No need to panic about it. I think just you keep on practicing. So for recording the transaction, there are 3 steps. First step you have learned. What is the first step you have learned? Classify the accounts. Classify the accounts. We have learned traditional approach and accounting equation approach. Then next step and third step is identifying the accounts and applying the rules for recording it. And that will be recorded in the book called as General. So tomorrow's class, I think we'll be able to start the General also, because we'll be learning rules for 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. Then we learn after learning the rules for 10 to 15 minutes, we can go for how to record the transactions. Today we have learned classification. Tomorrow we are learning the rules. Then how to record the transaction in the book of General by applying the rules of the personal, real, nominal, or their asset, liability, capital, income, expense. We can record the transaction. So that is the first step. With that, the basics will be completed. Maybe 1 or 2, after doing the 1 or 2 problems, you will be provided with the material, study material, and from that we can work out. I hope you all are following this, right? We'll continue in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. God bless you all.